everyone, welcome to a new video. Today we are going to work with some tactic positions. A good tip in this video will be when I say pause, you try to pause the video and find the solutions by yourself. It will be a good exercise that you try to find the right moves. So we are already starting here. This is position number 1. It is white to move. So pause the video. The right move here will be rook f7. We are attracting this rook to this square, and after that then we can play e6 with a fork there. Black can play two options. They can take on c7, but then pawn takes rook and we are promoting here. And the other option is just king takes pawn, but then c8 promoting to queen, and queen takes knight, and we have this endgame of king and queen versus king and rook, and it should be winning for white. So this is the line: rook f7, rook takes e6, king takes e6, c8, and queen takes knight. This is position number 2. Black to move. In the main line there will be checkmate in 3. So pause the video and focus. The right move here will be queen f2. We are taking white queen, so the main line should be queen takes queen, and then we have a forced checkmate in 2. Rook h5 clearing this square, and after bishop takes then we can play g5 checkmate. So this is the line: queen f2, and after queen takes then we have rook h5 clearing g5, and then g5 checkmate. Position number 3. Black to move, black wins. Pause and focus. It would be great here if we could play king g6 and then threatening queen h5 checkmate. It's not easy for white to stop that threat, but right now we cannot play it because then white will play queen takes e6 and they will win the other pawn and the endgame. So keeping that in mind, we can find the right move in this puzzle. It will be bishop f6. The idea is that white has to take the bishop, and now there won't be check here in this line because the pawn will be blocking the line. So now we can play king g6, and this threat is unstoppable here. Probably the only way to stop that is g4, but then white will receive mate over this weak line. So black will play queen e1 and queen takes bishop. So this is the variation: bishop f6 intercepting the line, and then king g6 with unstoppable checkmate. White to move. White is winning. There will be checkmate in 3 in this puzzle. So pause the video and focus. The best move in this position will be c5. The idea is that now black is in some kind of Suxuan position. They cannot move the knight because then they will receive checkmate with knight b7 and a4. Also, they cannot move the king because there is not a legal move with the king, and the other options are pawn takes or pawn goes to b5. But after pawn takes, then we have knight c4 and a4 checkmate, and after b5 then we can play this move, a3, and then black is in Suxuan again. Black has two options: they can move the knight or the pawn, but black will receive mate after either of them. So after knight e6 we can play knight b7, but also after b4 white would take the pawn and it would be checkmate anyway. So this is the line: c5, and after move like b5 then we play this subtle move, a3, and black continues in Suxuan position. After knight e6 then knight b7 will be checkmate. And this is the last puzzle. It is black to move and black is winning here. So pause and try to find it. As you can see, the position is very complicated for black. White has a lot of pressure here in the 7th rank. So probably if we don't find the right move, we are going to lose this position. But fortunately for black, there is a great, amazing move here, winning the game. The right move here will be the fantastic rook c5. The idea is that this pawn cannot take the rook, because then there will be checkmate here on d1. Also, this rook cannot take our rook, because then the queen will be hanging here on b7. And finally, this rook cannot take the queen, because then there will be another checkmate in the back rank with rook c1. So after this fantastic move rook c5, hanging the rook and the queen at the same time here, we are winning the game, because we are going, at least we are going to take the rook or maybe the queen for a rook here. So after rook takes, then queen takes b7 and we are winning the game. So this is the sequence. Rook c5, we are taking this rook, and after something like rook takes c5, then queen takes b7, and black is winning this endgame. So with this rook c5, we are going to finish the video. I hope you have enjoyed it. If it was like that, give me likes. That will be very helpful for me and for my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and sharing the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.